Hi, my name is Jennifer Singleton, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about myself. I've been a public school music teacher for 15 years. I have mostly taught kindergarten through fifth grade students, but I've also taught middle school choir and middle school band. Um, as far as education and other experience go, I have a master's degree from Pacific University and a bachelor's degree from Southern Oregon University, both in Oregon and both in music education. As a performer over the years, I've performed in anything from a piano recital, an opera, a professional choir, even a rock band for a while. So I have a lot of different kinds of performing experience as well. A little bit about my philosophy as a teacher. I really strongly believe that the most important thing I can do as a teacher is help my students learn to express themselves through music and to enjoy music. And I like to do that through positive praise and re-encouragement throughout lessons. And I'd like to break things up into small chunks so that my students can feel victories all along the way. And that keeps them motivated and it keeps them going and learning more and embracing music in their lives. Thank you for your time. I hope I get to make some music with you in the future. So before I begin a quick lesson with my friend Eeyore here, I just wanted to go over a couple of my personal philosophies as a music educator. First, as a piano instructor, I believe in a balance of fundamentals and music literacy, along with songs that are fun for my students to learn regardless of their age. I like to start off each lesson with those kinds of fundamentals such as flashcards, rhythm reading, and echoing exercises, and then I like to move into songs. When choosing songs, I like to choose them to be not so easy that they're too easy, but not so difficult that students feel frustrated by the challenge. So I like to break things up into small chunks so that my students can feel lots of victories along the way to keep them motivated. As a vocal coach, the most important thing to me is vocal health. So that comes through breathing techniques, making sure my students are holding their bodies with correct posture so they can use their voice as an instrument. And it also involves making sure that they're using their true voice, their natural voice, and accessing their lower and upper range in a healthy way so that they are not doing damage to their voice by trying to emulate another singer or push themselves to reach notes that they aren't ready for yet. In all of my lessons, I believe in positive re-encouragement as much as possible. I've always had that philosophy as an educator in public schools, and I continue that philosophy as a private music instructor. Hey there, Eeyore. How are you doing this week? It's good to see you. Yeah. So, how was your soccer game on Saturday? Did you guys win? No, not this time. Oh, that's such a bummer when that happens. I'm sorry. Maybe next week? You guys had practice this week? Yeah. Yeah, I hope it doesn't rain either. It's really, it makes it a little muddy to practice in the rain when you're doing soccer, huh? Yeah. All right, well, hopefully you'll, better luck this next week. All right, so Eeyore, it looks like last week we started with some flashcards and we did some rhythm, clapping and counting, and some warm-ups, and then we are trying to finish up our song. It's called Classic Dance. So I'm hoping that we can add our teacher accompaniment to that soon. And then it looks like we just looked at the song Little Liza Jane, and we're going to look at that a little bit more today. So does that sound like a plan? All right, let's get started. So let's look at these flashcards. Okay, we've got this one first. Is that treble clef or bass clef? Bass clef, yes, good. Okay, and it is the first line on the bass clef. What letter is that? G. G, all right, let's check it out. Yes, G, correct. Nice job. All right, Treble or bass? Bass, good. Okay, which one? This one's a little tricky. Which one is it? Middle C. You think it's middle C? Sure enough, it is middle C. Nice job. What else we got here? C. Bass clef or treble clef? More bass clef, yes, correct. And that one is in the second space. Not remembering the space. Do you remember the way we remember the spaces? In the bass clef, A, C, E, G. Do you remember how you can remember that? All cows. Yes, all cows eat grass. So since this is the second space, let's say our phrase, all cows. So what letter do we have here? C. Very good. What is this funky sign in front of it? That is a sharp. So what note do we have? Correct, C sharp. Nice job working through that one. I like how you didn't give up. Today, I would like to do a couple warm-ups with you. So Eeyore, I am going to use my right hand, use my right hand, and I'm going to loosen it on up. And then I'm going to float it on down and put my thumb on C. Can you do the same thing up there, little C? All right, and then make sure you've got your fingers on the next one and your wrist is up. Nice and loose. Good. Go ahead and echo me. Very nice. Let's try another one. Fantastic. Let's try one more. All right, and let's try a chord. What am I going to do differently now that I'm doing chord? Yes, I'm going to play some of the notes at the same time. Very good. So we're going to play C chord. What notes is that going to be? You remember we start on C with our thumb. The middle finger is E, and pinky is G. Good job. So we have 1, 3, 5. All right, echo me. Okay, good try. We're going to try it. So it's really hard because sometimes we get all the notes sounding. We want to try and make sure that our 2 and our 4 are not playing the notes. Let's try again. We got C. Good. So try again. Very nice. Let's try once more. All right. With this one. All right, so what is special about this song, Eeyore? Tell me. Look at the time signature. Yes, it's in 3/4. So it sounds a little bit different than the rhythms we were just doing. Instead of having 4 beats, we're going to have 3 beats. All right, so what else is different about this one? Yes, you start in the bass clef. And you use 2 hands on this song. You start in the bass clef here. And then what is the other unique thing about this song? That's right, we have some staccatos. What do those staccatos mean? Light and bouncy, right? Short little notes. All right, good job. So let's see if you can, how can we do on classic dance this week? Let's hear you play it, all right? All right, so you start right there with your left finger on. There we go. All right, 1, 2, 3, and go. Good. I'm going to stop you right there at your. Did we forget something right here? Yes, we forgot our staccatos. It sounded beautiful besides that, though. Can we try it again and try the short staccatos right here? All right, let's try it again. Start right here. Pinky on C. 1, 2, 3. Ready. Good. Keep going. Stop. Good job. What does it say right here, Eeyore? Grow louder. grow louder. So when we start here, there's that little P, and it's and P stands for piano. Yes, good. And it means we're going to be quiet. And then it says grow louder. And then on this last note, we're all the way up to an F. What does that stand for? Forte, correct. So we have an F here. So when we start quiet and get louder and louder and louder, I want you to listen to how that sounds. I'm going to do it down here, okay? Start quiet. Louder and louder every time. Let's try and listen. Listen how it sounds. Oops, that was too quiet. Can you try it with me this time? Right up here. Where's your finger go? You put your two on D. Good. So your regular 5-finger position. Thumb on C. Good. 1, ready, go. Okay, let's start right here. Finish off that song. Don't forget the staccatos, okay? 1, ready, go. Because at the end we slow down and get softer, right? Try from right here again. Slow down, still staccato, and get softer. That's 3 things to remember. Let's see if we can do it. 1, ready, go. Very nice job. Are you ready to play the whole thing? Okay, I think it's going to sound awesome. Let's see if you can play the whole thing for us now. All right, we are just about out of time today. We've gone through our classical dance, and we're finishing up Little Liza Jane. What I want to hear for next week is I want you to keep working on this Little Liza Jane, and I want you to remember that for the first 2 measures, your left hand stays in one spot. And why is that? Yes, because there's a tie between the notes in the first and the second measure, and we know that when you see a tie, it means that you don't lift your hand up in between and it becomes one really long note. These are 8 beats long. But in the meantime, your right hand has to keep moving, so that's hard. So that's what I want you to practice for next week. But this week you did so awesome on classical dance. We are ready for the teacher duet next week, so keep practicing it with no mistakes, and we can play the teacher duet together, and you get to pick a sticker to put on it because you are ready to perform it with me next time. So, can you pick out a sticker here? Ooh, good choice. I like the hedgehog too. Let's go. Do you want to put the hedgehog on? You want me to do it today? Okay, I'll do it today. So we're going to put a hedgehog here on classical dance. All right. So you work on all that stuff for next week, and I will see you then. And I also want you to make sure you do your best in your soccer game this weekend. Good luck for your team, okay? All right. Let's get a good count.